Back here at the Liacouras Center, getting ready for Temple and SMU. We're now joined by the head coach of the SMU Mustangs, and that's Larry Brown. Coach, Zach Gelb here. How are you?
Good.
Well, I appreciate you giving us a few minutes of your time, and you come back to Philadelphia this time to get ready to take on Fran Dunphy and the Temple Owls. We all know how special Philadelphia is to you, being the head man of the Sixers for a bunch of years and going on a great run. What kind of memories come into your head when you return to Philadelphia?
Well, I love the basketball community. I remember watching Coach Chaney's team. I love Sonny Hill and what he's done for basketball in this city. And big Will Chamberlain fan. I was a Warrior fan, a Sixer fan. Then all of a sudden I come back here and I coach, and you're lucky enough to be around the Big Five. They're all special programs with special coaches. So if you love basketball and you got a basketball job, this is a great city to be in.
Even hosting a show here now on WHIP in Philadelphia, every time people mention the Sixers, they bring up your name and Allen Iverson, and they talk about the run that you guys went on going to a final and the exuberance. You got to coach AI. What was the most challenging part about coaching him, and what was the most rewarding part about coaching the answer?
Well, the most challenging was to find the right people to play with him. He was such a unique talent. We had to find a cast that allowed him to do the things he was capable of doing. And it took us a while to figure it out. It took us a while to get, Aaron McKee and Theo and Eric Snow and George Lynch and Tyrone Hill, eventually Dikembe. But Allen's as competitive as any person that's ever played the game, and I don't think anybody his size has ever accomplished what he accomplished. And everywhere I go today, people, they don't know my name, but they know I was Allen's coach, and it's surprising how many people love that team, that 2001 team in particular. And I don't think we would have beaten the Lakers when I was in Detroit in 2004 had I not experienced the run in 2001, because if we'd have been healthy, we'd have beaten the Lakers. There's no doubt in my mind. If George didn't break his leg and Matt Geiger would have played and Aaron and Eric would have been healthy, there was nobody could guard Allen, and I thought we had the people defensively that could guard them.
The Sixers now they're in a rebuilding stage, and they bring in some players. Michael Carter-Williams has had a sensational season so far. He's down there in New Orleans for the All-Star weekend. Nerlens Noel, hasn't been able to get on the court, but he's working in practice, so they're starting to rebuild that foundation. But a lot of fans here in the area, they want to see Wiggins or Parker end up in Philadelphia. Do you have a preference between the two players?
No. I really think it's unfair to be worrying about those kids anyway, but Noel and Carter Williams, they got a lot of good young pieces. I kind of like Brett. I think he's a great coach. But it's going to take time, but the nice thing is you get a couple of good pieces to build around. Before you know it, you're a contending team, especially in the East. But I like their people. I like the direction they're going in, and I hate to see Mr. Snyder not involved anymore because he was a phenomenal owner. But I know David Blitzer well, and I think he'll try to do the right things. This community will support a great team, and I think they're not too far off.
We're talking to Larry Brown. And Coach, you take the SMU job 2 years ago. What was the appeal to come to SMU? Because a lot of people were surprised when you took the job.
Oh, I just wanted to get back in coaching. I would have been happy being a high school coach. I almost went with Doc Rivers as an assistant coach. I would have done anything to be involved in basketball again. I just missed it, after getting fired in Charlotte. Jay Wright gave me an opportunity to watch a lot of practices. I went to Kentucky and Kansas and Maryland and Colorado. I was trying to learn and trying to, develop, some more knowledge. And all of a sudden SMU presented itself. I wasn't one of the first choices, but, I eventually ended up with the job. And I think it's got unbelievable potential. We're in a great conference. It's a great city. it's a great university, and there are terrific players around us, so it's a no-brainer. You got a chance to be real good.
And you're back in the top 25, the first time this program has been back in the top 25 in almost 30 years. And the big expression that we hear with your program is play the right way. Take me through, for someone that's an outsider here in Philadelphia, what does play the right way mean to you?
Well, I don't think anybody in Philadelphia is an outsider when they hear that. They've heard that from me forever. Fran Dunphy's done that forever. Raleigh did it. Coach Chaney did it. Depends on your values, but I think generally it's you share the ball. Play unselfishly as you can. You play hard. You respect the game and your teammates. Play smart and have fun. And then I always tease my team, and I'd say it'd be nice if we rebounded and defended. So I think all those aspects, if you do those things, you're going to be pretty darn successful.
And we all know how special Dean Smith is to you, and he's a hell of a human being. He always played and coached the right way. How much did you learn from him, and what are some life lessons that you take away from your time interacting with the great coach?
Oh, there's not a day go by that I don't think about him or value all the things he taught me, but he cared about kids. He was a great teacher. He was a great human being. His values were unbelievable. I always say, and I don't mean to not recognize a lot of great people in my life, but he's the most decent man I've ever been around. He not only was a great coach, he was a better human being.
Now, how special is your relationship with Eric Snow? He's now on your staff, and do you see any similarities between your relationship with Dean and maybe your relationship now with Eric?
Well, I have Eric and George both with me, and they've meant a lot to me. Those are two of the guys that I think are unbelievable role models, and to have them part of our program is tremendous because they're mentors to our young kids. But Eric's had a lot of people that have touched his life. I've been fortunate enough to be around him as his coach for 5 years, and now 2 years he's working with me. But he's had Tom Izzo. He's had a lot of great coaches that I think he's going to be a phenomenal head coach. I would hope that he'd feel like, I felt about Coach Smith, but that's asking a lot.
On the way out here with Coach Larry Brown, Hall of Famer, won a championship with the Pistons and also on the college level at Kansas. And 1965, that's when you got your start in coaching. And you're 73. You look great. You sound great. You don't look like you're 73. How much longer do you expect to keep on coaching?
Well, you're being nice. I look in the mirror. I know I'm 73, but I don't feel it. I feel great. I'd like to keep doing this for as long as I feel like I'm helping, kids get better, and I'm helping coaches, get an opportunity to do what I did. My son's a freshman at SMU. My daughter, is in high school. She might follow. I can't see myself stepping down until I don't feel like I'm relevant or helping people.
Well, Coach, we appreciate the time. Thanks so much, and best of luck against Temple.
Thank you.